All right, my friends. We are in the midst of another episode coming on again. Okay, we'll get started in just a moment here. Just putting in some last minute details here. Okay, my friends. Just taking care of a few things here. And we will get started in just a moment here. Okay. Yes. And here we are once again. Okay. All right, now. All right. Here we are. You are watching Political Point Magazine. Yes. Where the right is right and the left is always on the wrong side of history. Yes. Why? Because political minds want to know. So enjoy a conservative point of view. And let's talk pea soup. With tonight's top stories. Oh my goodness. Is the Democratic control government, and we say that word control literally, going too far? Democrats overreaching in their authority? We will tell you what the Democrats are actually up to. Alright, and also, Obamacare. Well, the Obama government claims that 8 million have enrolled in the exchanges, right? But the CBO has a totally different story on Obamacare. The government is lying again. Also, is it time to simplify the tax code? Well, we will talk about that. And my friends, it's not looking pretty. Alright, so we take this literally on tonight's episode of Political Point Magazine. Yes. Yes. And we will take everything into consideration here. Alright, welcome to another episode of Political Point Magazine. I am your humble host, William Mitro. Alright, my friends. Yes, welcome. Alright, so what do we have here? Okay, now there's several things going on in the news, my friends, and it's not looking pretty. Alright. Now, first off, I want to talk about how we have a government here that is not being open and honest with the American people here. Alright. Now, we have, supposedly, we have a democracy. Alright. But in the eyes of the politicians that are already in there. All right, like, okay, it's mostly Democrat control now, right? Okay, Democrats control the Senate. Okay, which, by the way, and they control the White House, but the Republicans have control of the House right now, and this, my friends, is quite interesting. All right, we now see ourselves in a position where we are seeing government go too far. All right, now we ask the question: is government going too far? Okay, or as we put it in this next segment here, government gone wild. Well, now let me just elaborate on what I'm talking about here. Okay, we recently have, okay, the Democrats now, they control the Senate and the White House. All right, and yet they represent big government control, right? And but this, my friends, okay, this, my friends, is just ridiculous. The way they have intruded on our civil rights. Okay, they are violating the Constitution, literally. All right, they with Obamacare, it goes against the 8th Amendment. All right, because the government cannot force you to purchase something. All right, recently with Obamacare, they have had computer glitches, and also identity thieves have now strutted into this process. All right, and social security numbers have been distributed in Obamacare, and identities have been taken. All right, so and with this whole Obamacare thing, okay, now they claim that government knows best, right? Okay, I'm gonna get into Obamacare in a moment because I really want to take a look into other things, but recently the government now is taking control of, well, trying to take over the Bundy Ranch. Okay, Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid has a vested interest in this ranch for some reason. Okay, and it's all over land now. Okay, and is the government going too far in all of this? All right, because now I have my reservations on all of this, because it's just ridiculous. I mean, government going too far. Okay, most recently, all right, recently we can seriously see the changes that are going down here. All right, now there's now Senator Harry Reid, the Senate Majority Leader, who is the gridlock king. All right, and who needs to be outed and resign, has a vested interest in this ranch property in Nevada. All right, and you'll never guess that this is why we need term limits. Okay, term limits would solve our problems right away. All right, okay, because this, my friends, okay, the feds want to seize the cattle of all of this. Okay, now, but this, my friends, is quite interesting, because now there's been a lot of people that have come to the aid of the rancher, and they're putting the middle finger up to the government, okay? Because they certainly do not have the authority to take these people's property, all right? Okay, and with all the government intrusion and stuff like that, that we have, okay, we have the NSA and the government reading our emails and digging into our phone calls and all this other stuff. It's government gone wild. Has government gone too far? All right. Now, last I checked, we did have constitutional rights, didn't we? But here I see the government trying to seize control of its citizens. Okay, they're trying to take control. They want to control where you go for your hospital visits and what kind of insurance you need or have. All right, they're trying to control you. They want gun control. They want to take away your Second Amendment rights. All right, this is just ridiculous. They're violating the Constitution. All right, and they're also attacking your First Amendment rights. All right, and okay, so they're tearing down the Constitution one by one. Okay, your First Amendment rights, your freedom of speech, is violated. If they don't like what you're saying about them, they're gonna come after you. All right, through taxes, and this is another thing. Okay, this is another thing. All right, the IRS is in charge of implementing Obamacare. Right? Okay? Government has gotten too big. All right? We need the Republicans to take control. All right? Because they're for limited government. All right? Government has gotten too big. And you know what? Okay, here's another thing. It's also hit here locally. Okay? Now, take for example the Commons Project. All right? The Commons Project, all right. Okay, now the Commons Project, right? The city government, okay, the city of Ithaca, here in Ithaca, is literally destroying the Commons, claiming they're rebuilding it to make it better for business, but they don't understand that the project is killing businesses. Already there's let's see, the cell phone place is out of business now because of the construction. The hemp store is out of business because of the construction. There's another store, Evolution, had to move down the street because of the construction, and then there's another thing. There's several vacant storefronts down there. All right, and half the Commons is owned by Jason Fang, right? Okay, now this, my friends. Okay, now Jason Fang, okay, developer in Ithaca, all right, but he has several properties which he charges too much for the leases. And that's another reason why several businesses are out of business on the Commons. Okay? Because Jason Fang owns half the Commons. And he gets a tax write-off, right, for every property that's vacant over there. All right? Now, a lot of people don't understand that with the Commons Project in play now, all right. Now, City Hall, the mayor, and everybody claim that this project's going to be done this year, this summer, okay, this spring and summer, right? Okay, but they're responsible for why the Commons is falling, and businesses are not thriving in Ithaca. You know, these politicians, they have a vested interest in destroying your lives. All right? Okay. Now, there's several homeless people out there. All right, that there was a spot over by Wegmans known as the Jungle, right? Okay. And there was a spot over by the train tracks. Okay. Now the railroad is notorious for helping the homeless. All right. The railroad, they had the homeless people and the railroad had a deal that they would allow the homeless people to set up and live over by the railroad, right? Okay. But the city government stepped in and said, no, we're not going to allow that. All right. So they literally bulldozed and destroyed an area over by the train tracks, right? Okay. And so these homeless people now are forced to go somewhere else, right? Okay. So ask yourself this question. Is the government really looking out for you? All right. Now, I don't think so. All right. Especially not the Democrats. The Democrats are not looking out for you. Okay. Because this is what I see what they're actually up to. What the Democrats are actually doing. Okay. The government has gone too far. This is what the Democrats are doing. All right. First, First, they take your they hit you at your pocket, okay, by raising your taxes. All right. Okay. Then they destroy your development, right? Which kills businesses. All right. Number 2. All right. And number 3, then what they do is they try to take over your land. All right? And this is exactly what Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid is doing in Nevada with the Bundy Ranch. Okay? He's trying to take that land because he has a vested interest, he just wants to line his pockets. All right? The Democrats are not looking out for you. They want to put you under. All right? Raising taxes does not help you one bit. Okay? And destroying property doesn't help you one bit. All right? and then you better hold on to your land. All right? And then this whole Obamacare thing, that's a violation of your rights right there. All right? They're forcing you to go into a program which nobody wants. All right? Our healthcare system was much better under Bush. And it was much better before Obamacare. All right? Mind you, 6 million and climbing have lost their health care coverage because of Obamacare. And the government's lying about the numbers all for their vested interests. All right? Okay, but we have this Cliven Bundy, okay, which I'm going to show you right here, okay? We have on the special effects here, okay? Now Clement Bundy, okay, right here, man. This is the guy, all right? And he has his ranch, his cattle ranch, okay? And the government wants to take his property. All right, wants to take his property. All right, and in fact, let me show you the clip here. All right, let me show you the clip of Bundy. Okay, and this, my friends, the government has gone too far. All right, let me show you the clip. Okay, because this is very, very important. Okay, very, very important to understand here. All right, but Cliven Bundy, rancher. Okay, take a look. Okay, take a look at this. All right. Okay. All right. Here we go. Oops. Hold up a second. Here it goes.
And then I flew up the river here and come around Flat Top Mesa here, and all of a sudden, I mean, there's an army up there, a compound of, I don't know, probably close to 100 vehicles, armed soldiers in there. And then I'm wondering, well, where am I at? I'm not in Afghanistan. I think I'm in Nevada.
Most of the people here are not ranchers. They're city people that are just fed up with it as well. And that is amazing to me that the American people finally stood up and said, we have had enough of this federal government overreach, and we are not going to take it any longer.
Exactly. Okay, so apparently the authorities tried to come in there and take Cliven Bundy's ranch property, cattle ranch, okay, and then some citizens who got fed up with it, okay, and started standing up to the authorities. All right, now this is what democracy is. All right, people standing up for what they believe in. Okay, so the federal government here, they don't have the authority to take this land, but yet the federal government tried to go in there and take this guy's property, his cattle ranch, all for Harry Reid's vested interest in this property. All right. This is not the government. This is not what government is supposed to do. All right. Ultimately, Senator Harry Reid is saying, screw eminent domain. I'm just gonna order the authorities to go in there and take over this property. All right. The Democrats are not looking out for you. All right. It's time now to vote Republican. All right, the Republicans have the better policies. Plus, they're watching out for you much better than the Democrats ever have. All right, this is something, my friends. Okay, and okay, as you can see here. Okay, the people came out with signs, okay, right there. You see that, and these people got fed up with the government overreach, and these people that you're looking at right now on the screen, they are patriots, all right. They are standing up for America. They are ultimately saying to the government, what in the world are you doing? Haven't you ever heard of the Constitution? The Declaration of Independence? What happened to the government actually working for you? What happened here? This, my friends, is just ridiculous. And I cannot imagine a time where anybody in their right minds can seriously say that they're happy with the job that the Democrats are doing. All right? This is not the America that I know and love. Not in the slightest here. All right? So what in the world is government thinking? All right? When it comes in and tries to take over somebody's land, okay? Think about the cattle here. All right? Think about this, all right? Okay, are we really is government really this naive? Are people really this stupid to elect these officials and actually think that the government is taking good care of its citizens? Okay. This is kind of like communism and Nazi Germany. All right? And there seriously needs to be something. There seriously needs to be something done about this. All right? Because we have the elected officials carrying out orders. Okay, carrying out orders for the authorities to move in on other people's properties. All right? And this, my friends, is just gone too far. It's government gone wild. Government gone wild. And you know what? I was shocked to even see this story, okay, and this showdown, okay, because it reminds me of how you cannot trust the government any longer. You cannot trust the government. All right. All right. Now these people here, okay, they came out in droves, okay, to defend these people, to defend this ranch, all right, and it came down to, and the authorities were spraying tear gas and all this other stuff at them, and this is not the America that I know and love, all right. Who would have thought that years of Democrat control would lead to this? Who would have thought? All right. This is why we need people like Rand Paul for president. All right. And we need people like we need more good Tea Party Republicans. And I want to run for the Senate. Okay. And this year, 2014, okay, will be the year, okay, that we actually take control and do a bit of good for the country. All right? This is what the deal is, my friends, okay? We cannot trust the government to take care of us. All right? It's not looking good for the government. All right? Okay, when you have people like that, okay, all for the sake of coming out, this has just gone too far, okay? So I am sending a message out there to all public officials, all right? Stop killing businesses, all right? Stop raising our taxes, all right? In fact, I want to go into this, but you know what? Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid had something to say about these people that came to the defense of the rancher, the Bundy rancher. All right, okay, and you know what? You know what he said? And this I just totally disagree with. He called them domestic terrorists. And you know what? So this is how the Democrats see things? All right? Senator Harry Reid calls the patriots that defended and stood up to the government when they tried to seize the rancher, he calls them domestic terrorists, but yet the real domestic terrorists is Al Qaeda. So Harry Reid is this how the Democrats see things? Okay, so instead of going after the real domestic terrorists, okay, this is what I see happening. Okay, this is what I see is happening. All right, the Democrats, the Democratic controlled government, is going after you, the American citizen. Okay. Instead of going after the real domestic terrorists, Al Qaeda, they're going after Americans. Okay? The IRS targeting conservatives. Conservative Americans, patriots that pay their taxes but they're conservatives. Okay? Like myself. All right? You have the IRS going after conservatives. You have the federal government in Nevada going after the rancher, and then you have the local government here going after the homeless. So are you really that naive to elect these people? All right? Are you really that naive? This is why we need to elect the Republicans. Voting Republican is better for the country and better for the economy. All right? Now, I want to get into something else before I get into the phone lines. All right? Okay? Because this... Okay? Okay? It is time to simplify the tax code. All right? Now, I've advocated for this many times, several times. All right? Okay? It is time to simplify the tax code. Did you know that our tax code is over 37,000 pages? All right? And who in here really understands their taxes? Really? All right? Okay? We are taxed too much. Okay, taxed way too much. Okay, and I want to. Okay, they're after our money. Okay, they want to tax us. So we basically have no say. All right, we basically have no say in this. It's time to simplify the tax code, my friends. Okay, just a flat rate is all you need. All right. Now, I talked about this before. All right. And, I want to stress this, okay? The flat tax, the fair tax, okay? This, so Obama goes out there and he says, and he wants to, and he says he wants to simplify, he says everybody should be paying their fair share, right? But according to, Now, according to John Stossel, all right, and I'm going to show you this report, okay? But according to John Stossel, okay, we are being taxed too much, okay? Taxed too much. All right, take a look.
Again, they want your money.
Americans who can afford it should pay their fair share.
But what is fair? These people say we should all pay more. But we could all pay less if politicians didn't give special breaks to certain people. Finally, you'd be surprised at the size of the sneaky taxes Uncle Sam imposes.
The sin tax adds about a nickel to each pack of cigarettes and about 2 cents to each bottle of beer.
So many taxes. I need a drink.
Oh, so many taxes. I need a drink. I like that. Anyhow, yes, I agree with John Stossel there. All right, we need to simplify the tax code. All right, it's just ridiculous. Okay, so what I'm proposing is a flat tax. Okay, the fair tax. Everybody pays the same rate. All right. Now listen to what I'm saying. Everybody pays the same rate. Okay. Now, I'm not saying everybody pays the same taxes, but I'm saying everybody pays the same rate. All right. And this is the flat rate. Okay. The flat rate tax. Okay. It's essentially a national sales tax. All right. Now, let's say it's 23%. All right. 23%. Okay. 23%. Okay, so that's like 23 cents out of every dollar. All right. That's of the final sale of all goods and services. Okay? Now, you apply that now it makes everybody a voluntary taxpayer. Okay? In other words, you don't pay taxes until you buy something. You know, when you buy something. You only pay taxes when you buy something. Okay? Also, apply this to property taxes. Okay? Now, the 23%. Okay? Let's keep it at 23%. Okay? So, let's say your property is 50,000. Okay? You're only paying 11,000. Okay? Now, let's say your neighbor has property worth 50 million. Okay? He's only paying 11 million in property taxes. All right? And so you see here that that with this, okay, this would solve our problems. Okay? Simplify the tax code. Okay? Just a flat rate. Okay? Everybody pays the same rate, and it's adjusted. Okay? So you're paying with your class. Okay? So you're a member of the upper class. Okay? So say you're a millionaire. It's based on you. It's based on how much you already are worth. Okay? So and say you're only making 30,000 or you made 30,000 that year. All right? You're not paying income taxes. Okay? You're not paying income taxes. We eliminate the income tax. Okay? We eliminate the employee tax. We eliminate the entrepreneur tax, you know, and all these other senseless taxes that the government wants to impose on us. Okay? We just eliminate them and just abolish the IRS. Okay? And in their place, you just levy a 23% tax to be taken from the final to be taken from every $1 spent on the final sale of all goods and services. Okay? Just simplify the tax code. That's all we need. All right? That's all we need. Yeah, just simplify it. That would solve our problems right there. Okay? And with that, my friends, okay, I'm going to take it to the phone calls. Okay? So, 272-3835 is the number. Okay? I know you all have been listening. Okay? So, 272-3835 is the number. Okay? Who is out there listening? Okay? And so, with that, my friends, okay, we have everything in perspective here. All right. So, this is my message to you. Okay? If you want less government intrusion into your private lives, all right, you know, there comes a time when private becomes public. And when private becomes too public. All right. Okay, so here we have the government digging into your personal lives. All right. Okay, with this rancher situation, you know, and you know, all I've seen from the Democrats now is just a bad situation all around. Okay, the government just cannot take care of things the way they should. All right, okay. So I want your thoughts. All right. We are actually a nation on edge. Okay, and because of the government overreach, all right, the nation is in decline. That's right. The nation is in decline. All right. So, I also want to bring up something that's increasingly on my mind. Okay. There has been voter fraud. Okay. And my friends, and it has it has built up, since the 2012 election. Okay. And so in order to solve that problem, I am for voter ID laws. Okay, which now the Democrats, they claim that this is a bad idea. Okay. They claim it disenfranchises voters and just blocks others from even voting, but that's ridiculous. Okay, that's totally ridiculous. All right, voter ID laws will stop and prevent voter fraud. Okay, now you notice though, the only party that makes a really big deal out of voter fraud, okay, and this, my friends, is just so ridiculous. All right, is the Democratic Party, but yet the Democratic Party is notorious for voter fraud, committing voter fraud. All right. For example, there was that in every election, and you can look this up. Okay, in every election, the Democrats have used registered dead people as voters. All right. Okay. For example, over 30 people voted in Nevada that were dead. This is and so, and you know what? Oh, I also have another thing that I wanted to bring this up too. Okay, and I should have put this at the beginning of the show too. All right, but but in our foreign policy, all right, I should have put this in the beginning of the show. All right, but in our foreign policy, all right, Obama tends to think that making threats and imposing sanctions on certain countries like Iran and Syria is an effective policy, but it's not working. Okay. Now I want to show you something. Okay, that's totally reminiscent of this. Okay. Now. Okay, so where is our strength here? I see America in decline here. Okay, we have a government that's out of control right now. Okay, and our foreign policy is just disaster. All right, we are not respected around the world. Okay, because of our foreign policy. Okay, when danger arises here in this country or overseas, we look like cowards. We look like we're running from the situation. All right, and then Obama goes out there. Okay, we show weakness. Okay, and Obama goes out there and claims there's going to be consequences for these dictators that do these anal things. All right. Okay. Like for example, this. Take a look.
Leaders continue to ignore their obligations. There should be no doubt. They too will face growing consequences. That is a promise.
Really? Okay. Really? So, so Iran, you supposedly negotiated and put in and tried to put sanctions or something, okay, on Iran, but nothing happened. Okay, Iran still has nukes and is developing nukes. All right, so and nothing happened. Okay, but then there was Syria. All right, and in which this is what Obama said in Syria.
I want to make it absolutely clear to Assad and those under his command, the world is watching. The use of chemical weapons is and would be totally unacceptable. And if you make the tragic mistake of using these weapons, there will be consequences and you will be held accountable.
Really? Well, you left the negotiating on Syria to Putin, and look what a mess that turned out to be. Okay, Syria still has its nukes, its chemical weapon, Syria still has its chemical weapons, and has not destroyed a single one. And where's the consequences there? Okay, now, then. Also, on Putin in the Ukraine. Okay, take a look at this. This is what he said. Okay.
I've said consistently is that each time Russia takes these kinds of steps that are designed to destabilize Ukraine and violate their sovereignty, that there are going to be consequences.
Really? Really? Well, look what happened. Okay. What have you done? You've imposed senseless and meaningless sanctions. You've made empty threats to Putin, and now you. I mean, what exactly are you doing, Obama? I mean, this is just. I just don't see us a strong nation. And we are showing weakness. We have a president here that is leading from behind, and our foreign policy is a disaster. It's crumbling down. Other countries are laughing at us. Okay, I just can't explain it any further. Okay, other countries are laughing at us. Okay. Okay, but let me play this clip here. All right. Okay, because Obama just doesn't seem to get it. Obama is just not the guy taking care of things.
They're not interested in any kind of military confrontation with us, understanding that our conventional forces are significantly superior to the Russians. We don't need a war. What we do need is a recognition that countries like Ukraine can have relationships with a whole range of their neighbors.
Do you not get anything, Obama? I mean, Putin is running rings around you right now. I mean, he's laughing at you. Okay, do you not get? Okay, and this whole thing with Ukraine now, Putin just reminded us that the Cold War was on vacation. All right. So Putin's gonna do whatever, and Obama can make all sorts of senseless and meaningless assertions and threats and whatnot. But we don't need a war. I mean, what is he doing to stop Putin? All right. The situation has gotten worse. In fact, the Ukrainian people have now retaliated against the Russian forces, and so what is America doing? All right, and in every interview, okay, that Obama has been in, he just doesn't seem to get it. He just doesn't seem to get it. All right, it's not the right president. Okay, he is falling into dangerous times right now. All right, and we just don't have the resources that we need. All right, Obama just doesn't get it. Okay, he's dragging this country into the ground. All right, and meantime, our foreign policy is just a disaster. All right, he just doesn't have a grip on things. All right, so what is your problem? Okay, 272-3835 is the number. All right, I know people have been listening. All right, now, and paying attention here. All right, so my friends, okay, this takes me to how are we ever going to get it through our heads that everything that we've tried thus far has not worked? Okay, I think Obama has a problem. Okay, I think Obama has a problem. Okay, we are not seen as the respected nation that we were when Bush was president. Okay, unlike Bush, Obama is just weak. Okay, Obama just doesn't get it. Okay, we were safer under Bush. Okay, we had national security. All right, Bush defended us from the terrorists. He actually stood up and took action. All right, he did what was needed to do. All right, whereas Obama, he's just falling and falling and falling. All right, his popularity has dropped, his approval rating has dropped, and his policies are unpopular. All right, Obamacare is not popular. All right, they fudge up the numbers so bad that nobody can trust this government. Okay, it's the least transparent government that in our history. Okay, they are not upfront and honest with the American people. Okay, this is why it's totally insane to vote Democrat. Okay, if you vote Democrat, you are voting for disaster. That's what the D stands for. Disaster. All right? Whereas the R in Republican stands for real reform. Okay? And that takes me, my friends, to the last words of the night. All right? Now, okay. The last words of the night. Okay, now, first off, I am going to do a little... No. All right, so, last words of the night, okay? I'm going to do a little... okay. I have a little shout out, okay? Over the weekend was Easter, right? Okay. Well, a group of friends of my new girlfriend, okay, Felicity, and had an Easter party over the weekend with her friends, All right, and they had a good time, and and my Felicity had played the Easter Bunny. Well, she's my Easter Bunny, and I asked her what was in the basket. Okay, now she wanted, she said she had a gift for me. All right, and so in that basket, out she pops. Isn't she beautiful? All right, but now that takes me, okay, to this little thing here. Now, all right, and I'm going to do. Everybody knows that I am the magic man. Okay, now I'm going to do a little magic trick for you. Okay, now in my hat, okay, I've been keeping. Oh, hold on a second, they dropped out. Okay, in my hat though, I've been keeping lollipops in the hat. Okay, and but I only have one particular favorite flavor. Okay, this is lemon. Okay, this is grape. Okay, and this is lime, and my favorite, cherry. Okay, now cherry's gonna go in my pockets here, and I dump out. Oh, there's no more lollipops here. Okay, but so since cherry is my favorite, okay, I also have wild cherry as my favorite. Okay, but that's my little magic trick here, and this, my friends, is the show for tonight, the last words, and we thank you for watching Political Point, and I thank Felicity for being my Easter Bunny. All right, but anyhow, we thank you for watching Political Point magazine, where the right is right, and the left is always on the wrong side of history. All right, okay, all right. Thank you for watching Political Point, where the right is right, and the left is always on the wrong side of history. Check me out on the web. Follow me on Twitter at WilliamMetro2, and also check us out on YouTube. All right. We thank you for watching Political Point, where the right is right, and the left is always on the wrong side of history.